Hello again everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the Dragon Rush update, notably the fact that it won't be coming out tomorrow. Although the alpha network has closed and Skyblock's next patch is imminent, that part of the update will be delayed at least until next week. My name's Derailious, welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into it. Starting off today, we're going to be going over this forum post. This was the alpha testing forum post, going over all the information with the Dragon content and tab list widgets, and at the top of it, it states, Dragon content will not be released with this patch as we continue to fix various issues with it. This has to do with multiple issues with the fight as a whole. There were just situations where the dragons were not spawning and you weren't able to fight them. This also makes me think they're going to be looking at the Primal armor set some more. I think it needs some more changes. In my opinion, what they should do is just get rid of the set bonus entirely. That way they can balance it around being a better version of the Necron set, while still maintaining it being worse than Infernal Crimson, for example. I think that would allow them to be more specific about the values. Maybe they can make the set bonus buff the Sword of Dragonfire or whatever it's called. That way that sword or that weapon can be on par with endgame gear, and also have a pairing with the Primal armor set. That's just my opinion though. Also, the reason why I'm thinking that this update drops tomorrow is because Skyblock tends to update on Tuesdays. That is generally when they've done this, and the fact that Alpha has closed makes me think that they are imminently preparing to release this update, which will come with a few new accessories for dungeons, and also some pet buffs, reworks, and more, notably tab list widgets. Next up, we're over on the Hypixel wiki. This is where we can see some of the information about how Awakened Summoning Eyes work, and this is pretty much what I said in the last video, although I do want to get some actual chance percentages involved, so here we go. In terms of God mode, which is when you get the 2 primal dragons that spawn, it happens at a 2% rate when you summon, with 8 Awakened Summoning Eyes. Dragon Rush is the second rarest. It happens 11.76% of the time, and Multiple Dragons, which is the worst overall, happens 86.24% of the time. These numbers can change, although I think it's unlikely to happen. I think they want to keep the Primal Dragons incredibly rare. Also, keep in mind that when you get a Dragon Rush, you can still get a Primal on the last wave, which is pretty interesting. Here are the drop tables for the Primal Dragon. As you can see, it drops a Legendary or an Epic Ender Dragon pet, the Primal Dragon Egg, the Blade of Dragonfire, and also the armor as per usual. I think these are pretty normal values. I think they could probably bump up the rates of the Ender Dragon pet. I feel like a 0.1% or a 0.01% chance per Awakened Summoning Eye place, that's the same as Superior. These are way rarer. I think if you're walking away with something, you might want to walk away with this, and I think they should buff the rates here at least a little bit. In terms of the Primal Dragon Egg, there's nothing too crazy about that drop. The Blade of Dragonfire is also pretty reasonable. Same thing with the Primal Dragon set, that is at 30% chance each. Once again, not too bad. Nothing here is too crazy or out of the ordinary. Just wanted to let you guys know so you could plan accordingly. Well, literally as I was recording this video, they decided to reopen the alpha network, this time to test just the update without the dragon content. As you can see, here's the General's Medallion and also the Architect's First Draft. And also, as you can see, they nerfed the General's Medallion from a maximum of 7% down to a maximum of 6%. I think this is pretty reasonable. Not many people had 7% on here anyway. That would be, what, a million secrets? Yeah, I don't think that was happening anytime soon. There's also a few smaller garden-related changes in this update. Notably, if I go to Jacob and then I go to claim my rewards, you can see there's a claim all button. I don't think this is the biggest deal, although I don't remember this being here on the main server, so keep that in mind. There was also a change to the Cactus Knife, in which it now increases your speed cap on the garden by 100. This makes it pretty nice. I think it's going to be a really solid option. Also, rest in peace, Racing Helmet. Overall, despite the alpha network reopening halfway through this video's production, I don't expect that the 0.19.12 update will be releasing any later than tomorrow. They generally release updates on Tuesdays. There was not an update last Tuesday. It's been about 3 weeks. It tends to happen this way. I also don't expect that they're going to delay the entire update until next week unless they find some sort of critical bug, which we can hope they won't find. In terms of the Dragon update as a whole, it'll probably get pushed to next week. They probably want to do some tweaking in terms of Primal Dragon armor, and also patching out any issues that they may find. Top of this, I think overall the changes on the Alpha Network right now are pretty solid. So, good job, admins. Keep doing what you're doing. At the end of the day, though, my name's Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future, fellas, and I will see you then.